This is Radioonfire.com. Yours truly, Don McKay, in here. Thank you for joining me. Of course, we're broadcasting from the Radio on Fire studios here in Baltimore, Maryland. Now, today's show is brought to you by What If Twisted 10 years later, the play, Unmask Your Truth. It goes down Saturday, March the 9th, 5 to 9 p.m. at Bowie State University. You can get your tickets right now on Eventbrite. What If Twisted 10 years later, Unmask Your Truth. So, speaking of truth, in light of the Jussie Smollett debacle, the lies, it had me wondering, a lot of women that participated in the Me Too movement, Time's Up movement, what if some of them weren't telling the truth? What if some of them were hitting a Jussie Smollett? It's possible, right? It's possible. So the CEO, the Time's Up CEO, has resigned after her own son has been accused of, wait for it, sexual assault. Lisa Borders has resigned. Now, Lisa Borders, then CEO and president of Time's Up, was announced last Friday as the speaker for the 2019 commencement address. That was last week. Now, this week, she abruptly resigned from her post at Time's Up to address family concerns that require her single focus. Right? Then on Friday morning, Time's Up confirmed that Borders' resignation was due to a sexual assault allegation against her son. How strange. How strange it is. Now, many of you remember how vocal the whole Time's Up movement was. And for the people that don't remember what Time's Up is a movement against sexual harassment that was founded January of last year by Hollywood celebrities in response to the Harvey Weinstein effect and the Me Too movement. As of December last year, it had raised more than $22 million for its legal defense fund and gathered nearly 800 volunteer lawyers. Now, how ironic is it that the person in charge over there at Time's Up, her son is facing allegations that this movement goes after. You know what I mean? So she informed Time's Up leadership of her resignation and the allegation against her son last week. Same day that President Vincent Price announced that she would deliver the commencement address. I mean, the timing is amazing. So here's the case. She stepped down 4 days after a Santa Monica woman alleges that her son, Borders' son, had touched her inappropriately during a healing session. So in a statement from his lawyer, Gary Bowden Jr., who is a photographer, podcast host, and a life coach, he vehemently denied any allegation of sexual misconduct. So, from what he says, she wanted it. Now, what did he exactly do to her? So it's interesting that some of the things that you find out, when you're doing some of these stories, I find out terms that I was unaware of. So he said that he was doing a healing session. And I had never heard of a healing session before. This is like something new. Like, he's a life coach, right? So he allegedly touched and kissed on a client named Celia Gellert during this healing session. So Gellert also said that Bowden brushed his erect but clothed penis against her during this healing session. So, what exactly is a healing session? I think that we need to get to the bottom of the healing session. So, a healing session is a touch session where the practitioner begins with a centering process to calm the mind. Okay? Now, the practitioner then focuses intention on the patient's highest good and places his or her hands lightly upon the patient's body or makes sweeping hand motions above the body, like this. What is that? So it's like some kind of weird almost massage. Now, ironically or understandably, you remain fully clothed during healing sessions and typically lie down or sit down in a comfortable chair. Sessions last from 20 minutes to 1 hour, generally speaking, or as little as 5 to 15 minutes. So this is what Lisa Border's son was doing, or what he was supposed to be doing. And they have text messages. This whole thing is going to get messy. She wanted to step down because of the hypocrisy in her being in the role. I am glad that she had the common decency to step down, because a lot of times people in these situations wouldn't even step down. They just try to sweep it under the rug. But at least she had the wherewithal to step down. So we're going to keep following this case because I'm interested to see how this turns out. I'm sure that she's going to be helping with the defense. I just hope that they're not going to take any of the money that they raised from Time's Up for her son. Let this dude work it out on his own. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Dom McKay Show, at Radio on Fire.